further ado, Ms. Bandoian, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to the second annual Mustang Way Assembly here at the Andrews Middle School. I'm Ms. Bandoian.
And Ms. Cooper, and we're the advisors here at the Andrews.
CCSR advisors, that's why you're here. This is the Center for Citizenship and Social Responsibility. You're about to hear from some students who embody the Mustang Way here at the Andrews and at Medford High School. These students have inspiring stories to share. While they are speaking, please be respectful and learn from what they have to say. I'd like to thank Mr. Downs for supporting this initiative, Mr. Skorker and Ms. Olson for their guidance, Mr. Dempsey for filming and editing, and Ms. Grant and Mr. Maidment who helped me set up today, and the superintendent and the mayor for making this event possible. Lastly, I would like to thank 7th grader and CCSR member Peter Wild for the time and effort he put into filming the Mustang Way video that you will see later today. Also, Sylvia Valdez-Malgar. And so the CCSR is funded by grants from the Cummings Foundation and the Crystal Campbell Betterment Project. So we also thank them for their ongoing support in making Medford and the world a better place. Here is one 8th grade CCSR member who will lead you through the entire assembly. Van Cormier was supposed to MC today, but he's stuck in Belize due to the weather, so we wish you were here. But he also helped with this assembly, so we thank him. And now I would like to introduce Coral Shades.
Thank you, Ms. Bandoian and Ms. Cooper. I'm here to introduce you to the wonderful CCSR speakers from the high school and 8th grade here at our very own Andrews School. First up, we have Ebyan Abshir, the Vice President of the CCSR at Medford High School and the Fellows Master of the Outdoor Adventures Club to talk to you about her experience. Hey everyone, I'm Ebyan Abshir. I'm the Vice President of the CCSR, and I'm here to tell you how the Mustang Way is present in my everyday life. When I think of the Mustang Way, I think of its applications in my life and the world around me. I believe it starts with Mother Nature and the idea of respecting our environment. Those values trickle down into how we act and what we do to ensure our home is protected. The Mustang Way centers around respect and care for those around us, like the plants and animals, friends and families, classmates and teachers, and others present in our lives. To be a Mustang is to carry those values of the Mustang Way and apply them to our lives. I apply those values in school, clubs, sports, and everything in between. The Mustang Way was embedded in my beliefs since I was in elementary school. Whenever a new student joined the class, I was always the first to welcome them, create a respectful environment, and make sure they felt welcome. I sat with them at lunch and introduced them to my friends. It's important to make others feel safe and welcome. For my transition from elementary school to middle school to high school, I made new friends from schools I didn't attend. Being friendly and respectful makes the transition that much easier, especially in an environment like Medford High in the city of Medford, where everyone is welcome. There are new faces during this transition and opportunities to learn the names and histories behind those faces. The Mustang Way encourages open-mindedness, respect, and friendliness when encountering both old and familiar faces. The opportunity to meet new people can also be through extracurriculars. Whether I'm swimming at the high school or volunteering around the city, I always aim to get to know those who surround me. I apply the Mustang Way to my projects and collaborations with classmates and teachers. When I'm in a group, I try to make sure that everyone's voice is heard. I respect what they have to say, and I listen to their thoughts and ideas. When I'm playing tennis or swimming in the pool, I cheer my teammates on and wish them good luck before their race or match. At the Center for Citizenship and Social Responsibility, everyone embodies the Mustang Way. One of my projects for the CCSR is raising environmental awareness and making Medford a greener city. My groupmates and I plan to implement a zero-waste pilot program at the school for composting. Our mission is to foster a relationship between students and the environment and reduce the harmful effects waste has in nature. Respecting my planet is very important to me and follows the virtues of the Mustang Way. I encourage all of you to carry these ideals of the Mustang Way in everything you do, whether it be promoting a greener environment, playing sports, helping a friend, or anything in between. Mustangs are the loving light of Medford, and I am so proud to be a part of that brilliance, and I hope you all are too. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing, that was inspiring. Next up, we have Kieran Adams, the captain of the cross-country team and an active member treasurer of the Outdoor Adventures Club, and the treasurer of the team.
Especially about ACE. What is it? What does that mean? Well, it's simple. It's attitude, concentration, and excellence. Now, I used to be one of you, so I get it. Schools can sometimes be hard. It can be draining, tiring, and difficult. Sometimes life just goes bad, and you have those days where you feel like giving up. The worst of the worst days when nothing goes right. It is especially in these times where it's important to stay on that ace. These three things are minor adjustments that can be incredibly impactful. For one, having the right attitude is important. Now, throughout our lives, we have heard that word thrown around. So what does it really mean? Attitude is keeping yourself in check. Your attitude defines the way you see life. For me, I often get in my own head and frankly have a bad attitude at things. I overblow actual problems and stress myself out way too much. My problem usually isn't the actual responsibilities I have, but more my attitude about things. The fix is simple, however. If I start out with a good attitude and confidence in myself and my abilities, then I can have a plan to tackle problems that are probably much smaller than I perceive them. Attitude is something you can check from time to time, and by a slight adjustment or a push for a better one, you can turn your mountains into molehills. One important attitude to keep about yourself is to stay focused. That is the attitude to be concentrated. I'm gonna be honest, concentration is hard, but if we invest the energy into focusing, then it'll pay off big time. Concentration, like attitude, generally boils down to the little things. Distractions can be fun and while distracting, but take away from your overall concentration and the achievement of your goals. Sometimes what you need to do isn't what you want to do, but instead of giving up, you need to concentrate and persevere. Distractions can be found anywhere, like even with our phones. It takes strength to fight them, so where do you find that? It might depend from person to person, but for me, I like to set small goals and envision the end game. If I concentrate now, finish this essay or race or speech, then in the future, I can enjoy not having to do that anymore. I can enjoy freedom, a sense of accomplishment, and sleep. Concentration costs some, but yields so much more in return. With concentration, you can focus and put your efforts towards the final step of ACE, excellence. Excellence. Now this is important. It's also pretty vague, and that's kind of the point. There really isn't one single definition of excellence, especially in a school setting. At its most basic level, excellence is personal. It's something that you measure for yourself. You can set your own excellence goals, ways to improve yourself. It could be as simple as beating your Mario Kart high score, or as grand as getting the lead role in a musical. Doesn't matter. What really matters is you try your best, you put in the most effort to accomplish that. And if you do, if you gave it all you got, well then you just achieved excellence. Excellence isn't necessarily being great about doing something, but more being great about how you do it. Excellence is also about others. If you are able to perform small acts of kindness, going out of your way once in a while to help others, you can benefit yourself and others. Excelling seems vague, but that's on purpose, because the real definition is something that comes from you, for you to define and achieve, or at least get really close to doing so. Now, ACE doesn't need to be your life mantra or your sole purpose in life. You don't need to devote your every waking minute to it. Instead, it's something from time to time you can check in on. ACE allows you to create healthy habits when it comes to your personal well-being and your treatment of others. The best thing about it is that it's free. Each facet feeds into the other, with all three combining like infinity stones with the power to change your life in a snap. Thank you.
You guys should take that into consideration. Next, we have a star football player who shows the Mustang way in school and on the field. Take it away, Aiden Barry.
Hi everyone, my name is Aiden Barry and I'm a junior at Medford High School and I'm the quarterback for the football team. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Mustang way means to me both on and off the field. One of the biggest parts of the Mustang way to me is being a good teammate. This means having your teammates' backs through good times and bad. If your teammate falls down, help them up, and if someone messes up, let them know they'll get it next time. Being a good teammate is important because one person cannot win a game alone and everyone wants to play with a good teammate. Personally, I know I always play better when I know my teammates have my back, and my team always plays better when we function as a single unit. Another important part of the Mustang way on the field is showing good sportsmanship. This is very important to me because I know that every time I put on my jersey and play in a game, I am representing more than myself, but also my school and the city of Medford, and I want to show everyone what Medford's all about by acting the right way and showing good sportsmanship. Before every game in the locker room, my coach reminds us that we're playing for more than ourselves and we have to show good sportsmanship and act the right way. This means treating other players, teammates, and even referees with respect. When you treat others with respect, they will treat you with the respect that you deserve in return. The Mustang way, however, does not just apply to your actions on the field, but also to your actions in the community and in the classroom. Just as you treat everyone with kindness on the field, you should treat them the same way off the field. To me, this could mean sitting with someone when they're alone, or helping someone carry their things if they're struggling, or even something just as simple as holding the door. Personally, I would appreciate it if I was alone and someone would come sit with me. When I'm struggling to carry my things, I appreciate it when someone helps me out. We all have to treat people the way that we want to be treated, and that is an important part of the Mustang way. Another important part of the Mustang way to me is being a good role model in class. Whether this means participating or engaging in class, or standing up to any unkindness in the school, even when no one else will. Although the Mustang way means many different things, one of the most important parts of it to me is to give your best effort all the time, no matter what. When my teammates and I have a bad game on the field, we work twice as hard the next week in practice, so the result does not happen again, and we try even harder the next week and the next game to win. This applies off the field too. When you get a bad grade in a test, study even harder for the next test, whether that means staying after with the teacher or spending more time on your homework. Giving your best effort applies on and off the field, and I believe that if you give your best effort all the time, no matter what, something good will come out of it. Thank you for your attention, and keep following the Mustang way.
Thank you, that was amazing. Now with continuing our super sports players, we have Madison and Amanda. They both play lacrosse, and on top of that, Madison does crew and Amanda plays basketball. They're going to tell us a little more about how they handle their busy schedules, along with maintaining good grades and positive leadership qualities.
Hello, my name is Madison ROSELLE, and I'm a junior on the Medford High lacrosse team. Being a leader on the field is a big responsibility, and sometimes it just has to come naturally to you. The title of captain doesn't mean anything really. It doesn't mean they're the best player on the team or that they're the best leader, but that they show effort, responsibilities, and can be counted on. There also can be more than one leader on the team. The whole team itself should be leaders. Being a leader means to me that you as an individual are accountable and hardworking. During the summer, myself and a few other teammates joined Coach Olson at the McGlynn Middle School to discuss ways of making everyone feel like they're a leader. Jay Sabetti, the Tufts University football coach, Mr. Tucci from the McGlynn, and Mayor Burke came to speak to us and share their stories of being leaders to inspire us and all of you. To follow up from that workshop, my teammates, fellow athletes of MHS, and I brainstormed things that we could do around the high school to inspire everyone to be a leader. This is also all to inspire and make students motivated to be the strong leaders and role models that they all are inside. The Mustang way is exactly that. We lead by example for the future student athletes like all of you to come. We can all be great leaders on and off the field, during the season and in the off season, and most importantly, at school and at home. Here's Amanda to tell you a little bit more about our CCSR project.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amanda Auditori. I'm a senior at Medford High, and I am also one of the captains of the girls lacrosse team. Madison and I are here today, along with our coach, Ms. Olson, to talk to you about what it means to be a leader and to hopefully teach and inspire you all to become better leaders. As captain of the lacrosse team, it is important for me and my other co-captains to take action and make sure that everyone on the team is working hard and showing up. To me, being a leader means that I have to influence others in order to achieve certain goals. My goal as captain is to make sure that my teammates are playing to the best of their ability. In order to achieve this goal, I have to inspire my teammates to work as hard as they possibly can. By doing this, it will give them the confidence they need to perform their hardest on and off the field. My CCSR project this year is called Activate the Athletics by redesigning the athletic hallway at Medford High to inspire whomever it walks by. Next time you visit Medford High, walk down the athletic hallway and see if it inspires you.
Thank you, both of you. Up next is Tia. She'll be talking about how the friendly environment and a positive relationship with the teacher has helped her improve her high school experience. Tia?
Hello students of Andrews Middle School. My name is Belotte, and I'm a senior member of CCSR at Medford High School. I was in your shoes before, sitting, listening to people talk about something that you might not relate to. But we are here today to talk about something that's really important, the Mustang Way. Something that is crucial to being a student in Medford. According to the Mustang Way, we are students who are kind, empathetic, and who respect others and ourselves. When life gets difficult, we overcome the challenges and choose to make the right decision, even when it might be the hard one. When I was in middle school, I didn't always make the right decisions. Sometimes I still make mistakes. But as Mustangs, we reflect on our decisions and choose to make better ones in the future. I would like to share a story about some of my experiences in my sophomore year of high school. Entering my second year of high school, I felt confident and comfortable in my new school. That all changed when I entered my first honors class. I wanted to challenge myself, so I decided to take an honors level Spanish class. Man, was I in for a surprise. I was nervous, so I didn't speak for the first few weeks of school. I was afraid to raise my hand and didn't want to say the wrong answer, so I never spoke at all. But my silence began to affect my grades. I was getting bad test grades because I couldn't understand and would never speak up. Whenever I entered the classroom, I felt alone, feeling as if I was the only one who had trouble in the class. Finally, it got to a point where I knew I needed to reach out for help. I didn't know much about Mr. Squirker, who was my Spanish teacher, but I knew he was kind and always had a smile. I decided to come after school after a really bad test grade. I was scared, thinking he wouldn't be able to help me, but I was wrong. Mr. Squirker helped me improve. He showed me websites that I could use for practice and use different ways to explain topics I couldn't understand. When I came after school for help, I also realized that I wasn't alone. I saw many of my own classmates needing the same support that I did. After asking for help, I began to see my test scores improve and did better in the class. By the end of the year, I decided to take the National Spanish exam and I won a silver medal. In this situation, I applied the Mustang Way. I realized that without having a good attitude and asking for help when I needed it, I could have failed the class. The Mustang Way is about working to your full potential and striving every day to become a better version of yourself. If you ever feel helpless or sad in a situation, don't be afraid to ask a teacher. They are truly there to guide you and help you in any way that they can. But help from a teacher can only get you part of the way. Set goals for yourself and take the necessary steps you need to achieve them. Work hard to better yourself and never doubt the potential you have. Everyone has the ability to do something amazing. Sometimes that extra push from an adult is all you need to see your potential. As my final message, I want all you Mustangs to remember, making the world a better place starts with you, but sometimes that extra push from a teacher is all you need to begin. Thank you guys.
Mustang Way means many things, but the most important part of the Mustang Way is always doing the right thing at all times, whether you're in school or out of school. And here at the Andrews, of course, we have our own way of the Mustang Way, which of course is we ride with pride. And we show aspects of pride at all times during school. The most important one probably being respect. For sixth graders, it's our job to help you learn these tools as you move forward from 7th to the 8th grade and then to the high school. Remember, the Mustang Way, once you become part of the Medford Public Schools, you are part of the Mustang family. And part of the Mustang family, of course, is to take care of one another as well. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Ms.Bandoian. You all know me as the physical education teacher here at the Andrews, as well as one of the CCSR advisors. Looking back on my experience as a student and athlete of Medford, I'm proud of myself that I earned respect through kindness and dedication to be the best that I could be. I had some of the same teachers you do, like Miss Grant and Mr. Gallagher. And in high school, Mr. Tucci, the principal of the McGlynn, was my freshman year history teacher. Mr. Lynch was my track coach. Miss Johnson was my secretary. And now that I work with these same people, I'm proud that I took to heart the values of the Mustang Way when I was younger. You're surrounded by many adults and peers, and you never know whose help you're going to need in the future, so remember to be kind to everyone and to be proud of where you come from. That's the Mustang Way to me.
Hi, I'm Mr. DiClemente. I've been asked what is my interpretation of the Mustang Way. I am a proud graduate of Medford High School and was a Mustang for my years at the school, and to me, the Mustang way means coming in every day, giving your best effort, being respectful to yourself, your peers, your teachers, and any other adults in the building. If you need help, seek it out. It also means being part of the community. So while I was at Medford High, I played sports, golf, and lacrosse all 4 years, and I was also a member of the drama club, so there's a lot to offer to you. You could also take advantage of student government or honor society or other things that interest you, but I think it's important to come in every day, give your best effort, and be a member of the community.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Mastracci. I'm one of the teachers on 7A at the Andrews Middle School, and I've been asked what I feel about being a Mustang. Well, forever I have been a Medford Mustang as I went through all the Medford public schools, and as a Mustang, I know that one of the things that we should feel is Medford pride. And being a Medford Mustang, you really take into consideration the school spirit that is instilled through your teachers, through the other students, but it also should also help you feel that you are part of a community of wonderful students and teachers. And one of the things I also feel that students should engage in is being a responsible student. You know, coming to school, getting a good education, taking responsibility for your work, and participate in a lot of activities or clubs that are offered to you. So, you know, whether it's sports or activities, but the overall answer is to just be proud of being a Medford Mustang and going forth with that spirit to take with you forever, as I have.
Hi, I'm Miss Vila,
I'm Mr. Citrano.
and to us the Mustang way means that you try your best every day, and if you have trouble, you stay after school, and we both teach math, so we know it can be hard.
And for me, the Mustang way is having the privilege to say that I graduated Medford High School a long time ago, and for the rest of my life, I can always say that I'm a Medford graduate, and I'm very proud of it, and wherever you go, you have that legacy of being part of the Mustang way.
To be a Mustang means to be wild and free and creative and looking out at what's in front of me as though it can all be mine.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Forti. I'm the 8th grade math teacher on side A, and I've been asked to explain to you what I think 6th graders' expectations are for 6th graders. 6th grade is a tough year. It's a new year. It's a new school. So I would hope that 6th graders are putting their best effort forward and learning everything they can from their wonderful teachers up on the 6th grade floor so that they come prepared for 7th and 8th grade, especially in math in 2 years. So I look forward to meeting you then. Okay? I've also been asked to talk about what the Mustang way means to me. Well, I have been a Mustang for most of my life. I went to Medford High School and I played sports, so I was part of the Mustang teams. So Mustang way is very personal for me, and I think it's a team effort with your teachers, the students, and their parents, so that you can all be as successful as you possibly can be, and be proud to be from Medford.
Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Miss Luongo.
I'm Miss Flynn.
And we are here to tell you what the Mustang way means to us. It means that we are proud to be a part of the Medford community.
And we share each other's successes, and we're there for somebody in good times and in bad times.
And it's a great thing to be a part of the Medford community.
Mustang way means always being ready to help out another student who needs a little bit of extra help, but it means being able to put aside, your selfishness and being ready to work with other people.
Mustang way means being respectful, kind, and considerate to all of your classmates and your educators.
I'm Mrs. Zizzo, Team 7H Social Studies teacher, and to me, a Mustang is someone who comes to school every day and always gives their best effort and shows the determination and pride that we as a city have had for many years. In terms of what I expect from the incoming 6th grade class, I feel that they will show those characteristics that I just spoke of, as well as make sure they come to class every day, into school every day, ready and excited to learn.
Hi, I'm the school nurse at the Andrews, and to me, being a Mustang means giving 100% every day when you're in school. Some days 100% might be being in class all the time and doing your work. Other days it might mean giving 100% to make sure that your physical or mental health is all set to be in school.
What the Mustang way means to me is that you are always giving it your best, trying your hardest, never giving up, trying to be successful, and always remembering the AMS motto, excellence through responsibility and respect. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone who volunteered to be a part of our Mustang video. Here is Rob as a
Hello, hola, salud, oi everybody. My name is João Victor Azevedo. I'm Brazilian and I came to America by myself to pursue American dream and get a better education. When I was here without any adult, I faced reality and I learned to become an adult overnight. I always felt different from my friends, but the pressure to have a religious family made to hide my emotions and who I am. I was having so many problems that I realized I couldn't have any peace without accepting who I truly am. I didn't want to hide anymore. I was too tired, life was too hard, and I wanted to face my fears. I was working on a Spanish project about my future, and one of the prompts was, describe your ideal partner. I decided to include my honest answer in my presentation. My body was shaking before I clicked on the slide that would show my whole class that I see myself with a man in my future. I clicked on the slide, waiting for my world to explode. I looked up at my classmates, waiting for the worst. However, nothing happened. It was the first time I showed people that I am gay. My classmates were just listening to my presentation. It didn't matter to them, but to me, my world changed. In that moment, I knew I was free. I could see that I was in a safe and welcoming place where I could just be myself. I did face rejection from my family, but we are working through it. Today, I'm beyond glad to say that I'm a member of the LGBTQ+ community. Medford High School staff were a pillar in my life and a place where I could reach out to people for everything. The Mustang way is what makes our school unique from others, because we care about others in our community. We want to make changes and help America. To respect everybody, regardless gender, race, and nationality, is visible in the Medford High School hallways. The Mustang way made me find courage to be who I am now, even though I came from a different culture. I knew the teachers and the peers were open-minded. Just look around our school. Our school reflects diversity. Look around again. You can notice that everyone comes from a different culture, but we all belong to one human race. That's the Mustang way.
Obrigada, that was very brave of you. Now we have some awesome 8th graders to share their stories. Here's Sarah Braverman, who's going to tell us about giving back to the community.
Hi, I'm Sarah Braverman. I'm an 8th grader here at the Andrews Middle School and president of the National Junior Honor Society. You've heard a lot about the Mustang Way today, but what exactly is it? You may be asking yourself this question still, and I've asked myself the same thing many times. If you're wondering what the Mustang Way is, you won't truly understand it yourself until you can relate it to yourself. You hear so much about this from other people and what it means to them without thinking about what it means to you. One important part of the Mustang Way is giving back to the community, whether it's the school, town, or state. Maybe even farther out if you feel like it. The smallest efforts can make a huge difference. When I was preparing for my bat mitzvah, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a Jewish rite of passage.
and I decided to organize a toiletry drive as a community service project. I donated over 1,000 items by reaching out to the community here at the Andrews, as well as the city of Medford, and I donated to the Boston Healthcare for the Homeless program. Some of you, next year, will be nominated into the National Junior Honor Society, where you will then hear a lot about the 5 pillars, which are citizenship, service, leadership, scholarship, and character. To be the president of the NJHS, it requires being responsible and also knowing how to help people. As Mustangs, we also need to strive towards these qualities. As I know from my own experiences, people can be tough to deal with, and it's hard not to give up with it altogether. Whether you're on a sports team, part of an after-school club, or any other kind of community activity, we're all Mustangs, and we need to try and give our 100%, even if on days that might be a little less than usual. Being a Mustang means you at least try. Each and every one of you will figure out what the Mustang way means to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. That was amazing. Now we have Maddie Morris, who has a story about coming from another school.
Hello, my name is Maddie Morris. This is my story at the Andrews. It all started on my first day of 6th grade. At the time, I didn't know anybody. I was really anxious and I didn't know who to talk to. Did any of you feel the same way? Were you just as scared as I was going into a brand new school filled with kids you've never met before? I didn't have a lot of friends. I had come from a private school for all of elementary and I only knew one person. He was the only one I knew when we grew up together. I was really anxious and worried about how the other kids would react to me coming to the Andrews. I thought that people would be just as mean as they were in movies, and I had no idea what to expect, so instead, I just became really nervous. As it turned out, people weren't as mean as I thought. What ended up happening was, my friend and I stuck together. I had to be really outgoing if I wanted to meet people. I talked to everyone until I found my place in a friend group. They were so nice, and I started sitting with them at lunch and during classes. Even though I did not know these kids from before, they still accepted and included me. I mean, I don't know how, but I managed to stick around. What made me stay here was my friends. The chance that they took by letting me be their friend has paid off by making my experience at the Andrews worthwhile. Now, as a result of resilience, positive attitude, and going outside my comfort zone, I am a straight-A student, a member of the National Junior Honor Society, and a friend. I hope that you all learn from my experience, and I hope it helps you make it through your lives in middle school. I believe that everybody has a chance here. But at the Andrews, it's not all learning. At the Andrews, they also offer many non-academic opportunities for you and your friends. For example, the Andrews offers skating days in the winter. As Sarah has mentioned, another fun thing is, next year some will be selected to possibly be inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. In the National Junior Honor Society, you can help improve the community while having fun with your friends. I believe that the #1 thing to look forward to will be the 8th grade New York trip. I have been looking forward to this since the beginning of my middle school career. Don't worry, it comes faster than you would think. You'll be turning in those papers before you know it. As well, during my time at the Andrews, I've learned that even though it can be scary being in a new school, mixed with many friends you've never met, you should be open-minded to the opportunities and friendships that new experiences have to offer. Now, after I leave this room today, I encourage every single one of you to reach out and become someone's friend.
Thank you, Maddie. Now to wrap this up, we have Conor O'Leary. Take it away.
Hi, my name is Connor and I'm an 8th grader. I've been on A side throughout my middle school career. Chances are you'll probably stay on the same side for the rest of your time at Andrews. But you're not here to hear about what side you'll be on. You're here to learn about the Mustang way. The Mustang way is a way of life that you'll carry along with you through middle school, high school, and beyond. One way to get on the right track to being a true Medford Mustang is through respect. Respect is the most important aspect of the Mustang way, especially here at AMS. When you walk into the Andrews cafeteria, we have a banner that says you have to give respect to get it. That's exactly what we do here at the Andrews. We respect our building, administrators, teachers, staff, classmates, but most importantly, you need to respect yourself. Respect comes in many forms. Respect is when you don't say mean things to others. Respect is giving your friend or teacher a nice compliment. Respect is offering to help others, and respect is being sure to clean up your trash after lunch. Another aspect of the Mustang Way is responsibility. Respect and responsibility go hand in hand. It is your responsibility to make sure that you and your peers are always being respectful of the Andrews and all the people in it, your friends, your teachers, and anyone else who walks through the door. Your most important responsibility is to yourself. Some of these may include writing in your agenda, trying to complete your work on time, and being an active participant in class, being a team player, and advocating for yourself when you need help. Your responsibilities as a student will serve you well in years to come as some develop into habits that will help you through high school and beyond. Being kind and supportive of others is another important aspect of the Mustang Way. A perfect example that I think shows the Mustang Way is happening right now in our city. Our city, our schools, our kids are all joining together as one Medford to help raise money and offer support to a fellow 8th grader at the McGlynn who is battling cancer. A few weeks ago, like a month ago, both middle schools as well as some of our elementary schools chose November 1st as a day to focus on fundraising for Derek and his family. The middle schools charged $1 to let us wear our hats at school. There was also a special event at the skating rink. By the end of the day, thousands of dollars were raised, which I think is pretty amazing, and it makes me proud to be a Mustang. My hope for you all is that during your next few years at Andrews, you are respectful, responsible, kind, and supportive towards others, and that you carry these traits that make up the Mustang Way through middle school, high school, and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Enjoy your day and make sure to embody the Mustang Way in everything you do. Have a great day and learn.
So we just wanted to, put this assembly together. I think obviously everyone gets the idea that it's about the Mustang Way, but just encourage you to be thinking about what that means for you guys and kind of instilling those beliefs in you. We're all part of the larger Medford community, the CCSR, as well as other groups and clubs, sports activities kind of trickle through all of the the different schools here, including the Andrews, and we just wanted to give a message that you guys all belong here, and yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for your participation. You guys were a great audience, and we hope you got something out of it. All right.
The CCSR is a club at all the schools in Medford, so you can think about joining here at the Andrews and also at the high school when you get older. Thank you for listening.